Maybe we could borrow a skiff from the Clade. They need it for their farming operations. We can't just take them indefinitely. Can you fix old skiffs? Nothing a little grease can't fix. Okay, Camryn, Adrienne, come back with a nice used skiff. Nothing too expensive. Okay, let's go do some shopping. Woohoo! Whoa, we got a huge list. Adrienne wants us to go look for these items. Is that everything we need? Looks like some food, some medicine, some camping gears. I don't know what these are. Okay, let's go look for these one by one. First stop, we need to go look for a flint so we can start a fire. I want to make a presentation for Rapunzel and Flynn. They said they are interested in funding our research. Is there anything in particular they are interested in? I'm going to guess they are interested in plants of Avalonia. I guess we will find out what they want to know when we get there. Hello!
Welcome to my farm. It's just the two of you?
Yes, McKeyla and Bryden are busy making a presentation.
That's too bad. Maybe some other time? Come in, come in.
Thank you. We are interested in getting ourselves a small skiff.
You can borrow mine.
No, we would like to get one of our own. Wow, I think this is called Flint. Do you know how to use it? It says, strike it hard and there will be sparks. Try it! Whoa! Cool! Now what? Now we start a little campfire? Thank you for this opportunity to make our presentation. We are so excited to hear all about this new land, Avalonia.
Yes, tell us more about your expedition.
We're going to enter the underground Avalonia and try to map out the area. Interesting. Do you think there are plants under Avalonia?
Here's our skiff. It's pretty good for getting around.
How is it running without Pando?
Batteries.
Is it supposed to do that?
Yeah, it doesn't fly like it used to. The batteries are too heavy.
So it just kind of crawls?
It still moves.
It's not working. Maybe this flint is defective? It is producing sparks. Why isn't it starting a fire? Maybe we need better wood? Like what? Is this wood not good enough? Maybe it's too wet? We do not know what is down under Avalonia. We do not believe we will find any kind of conventional plant as we know it. Avalonia is a living organism, so we suspect everything under Avalonia is in some form of eukaryote. I see. However, Avalonia is full of interesting plants like Pando. We suspect something equally interesting plants might be found. Ah, yes. Tell us more about Pando. Can I take it out for a ride?
Sure, go ahead.
Right. How do I drive this around?
Oh, it's simple. Put your hands on the handles like so. Turn the handle if you want to go forward. Use the other one like a brake.
So, kind of like driving a motorcycle? Got it! Pando is a plant that generates electricity, but it is no longer allowed in Avalonia. Oh, that's too bad. Do you think we could find some seeds?
What will you do with it?
Try to grow it here. We believe it might not grow outside of Avalonia. It needs a host. So, it is a type of a parasite? We believe so. Fascinating. I would like to fund this research if you could figure out how Pando works. Well, this is kind of underwhelming. It's too heavy. We are too heavy. The battery might not be giving out enough energy. Then we need to install more batteries. More batteries mean heavier skiff. Heavier skiff means slower speed. Or inflate this skiff more. I got some dried leaves. Hopefully this works better. It's working. We started a fire. Awesome! We're now ready to go on an expedition. Alright, next. Buy some canteens for cooking. Where do we find those?
How's the ride?
Where would I be able to find a skiff that we could buy?
Take this one. I will give it to you for a great price.
Awesome! You didn't tell me we had guests. Maybe I will cook you something from producers from our farm. You look like you're up to something. I heard of a fascinating little place. Which one? Avalonia. Avalonia? I know that one. It's a shabby little planet with no interesting people to conquer. What if I told you the people there are not as primitive as you think? Cool. What are these plants? We have never seen them before. Oh, those are not fully grown yet. We eat the fruit. It will take another few months for the fruit to bear. I wonder what they taste like. Let's take some. I will make you some salad with those. Okay, we have some non-perishable foods, some water, sleeping bags here. That's a lot of stuff. Can we carry everything? We better not. We can't carry all this around with us. We still need a compass. Would a compass work in Avalonia? Is north even north in Avalonia? I'm fascinated as to how you operate this farm without electricity. Oh, we have some solar panels on the back. We have wind turbines over there. Yes, but they can't possibly produce enough electricity for a farm operation of this size. Oh, we managed to figure it out. Avalonia. According to my database, it is considered a pre-industrial society with nothing but horses and buggies. What if I told you they found a plant called Pando? Pando? They made great advancements in the last few decades. Industrial revolution at a speed unlike you have never seen. Okay, so they figured out how to make a car. It's still too primitive for our standard. They banned the use of Pando. Why? Think about it. They are trying to limit their own technological advancement. Why is that? A good question. Does Avalonia even have a North Pole? It's a living organism. There is no magnetic pole. Then a compass is useless. So how do these people figure out where they are going? I don't know. We better ask those questions. Avalonia is the same temperature all year round. Is it because Avalonia is a creature? It's self-regulated temperature. Maybe we did not know why we were so blessed with such a good weather all year round until we figured out that Avalonia is a creature. That's so cool. Is there no seasons in Avalonia? No, not even barely. Summer is never hot. Winter is never cold. It's same unless you go up the mountains. Then it gets cold. Pen and pencil, check. Soap and toothbrushes, check. Utility knife, check. Rope, check. Toilet paper, check. Hand wipes, we need that. Right. Sunscreen, check. Spoons and forks, oh, we need those. Water, check. Do we have everything? Why would anyone voluntarily limit their technology unless they just might have figured out how to launch a spacecraft? And they figured out there are space-traveling creatures out there. And then they got scared. So they decided to go into hiding again. Yes, these people are hiding something. Yes, that totally makes sense. How strange. Did you notice that? Notice what? The sun. What about it? It's kind of going everywhere. What do you mean everywhere? The sun was over there a few hours ago. It should be going from east to west. So then shouldn't the sun be over there now? Wow, what are all these? We did some shopping. Everything we think we need for the expedition. Good. Looks like you packed everything. We have a problem. What? How are we going to carry all that with us? That's a good question. If they figured out how to launch a spacecraft, then Avalonia is now a fair game. We can bring them into the space warfare. Well, maybe not. Even if they launched their first spacecraft, they are not ready to reach our level overnight, but they are now on our watch list. So do you want to go visit Avalonia? Yes. I want to know just how advanced these people are. If they are hiding any advanced technologies, then I want to know. Dear Fairy Godmother, there was another patient beside me. I was horrified to find out that he likes to keep his television volume to maximum all day, all night. I asked one of the nurses if she could ask him to turn down the volume. I did not want to confront him directly. The nurse said he will be leaving soon, so let him be. I thought she meant he will be discharged from the hospital soon. Nope, that's not what she meant. He was a stage 4 cancer patient. When I finally realized what that word, leaving, actually meant, it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. The casualness of those words, the shrugging off, the euphemism. Maybe the sun goes from north to south. No, it's worse. I think it's circling around randomly. Yes, the sun goes around randomly. Isn't that how it is everywhere else? No! The sun and the moon always orbit in same direction in same speed. No, not here. It goes wherever it wants to go. Oh no! Avalonia is moving around. Wow, then how do you plan anything? How do you even tell time in Avalonia? Avalonia. So this is Avalonia? You haven't been here yet? No, it's my first time. I said I will help find Pando. The smell of a farm. Nothing about this place has me convinced that these people have still invented farming robots. Maybe they did. They are just hiding them from us. Let's go that way. The doctors came in and told him that they have exhausted all available options. The last chemo did not work. They would like to offer him comfort. Uh-oh, there's that word again, comfort. The doctors asked him if he would like a spiritual guide. Does he believe in God? The patient said the relationship between him and his God was his own business, but he knows the big guy is watching out for him. The doctor said that they are offering a spiritual guide because a person at the end of life likes to talk about one's own life. How do these plants grow if there is no day and night to cycle? We do have days and nights. Does it happen regularly? Yes, Avalonia sleeps almost exactly at the same time every day of the year. Wow, that's kind of cool. The sun and the moon are up there. They seem to orbit regularly within certain intervals, but Avalonia moves around all day and sometimes throughout the night. So the sun and the moon kind of move around randomly. I wonder if Avalonia is living on a planet. I wonder if there are many Avalonias. Like, what if Avalonia is not alone? What is this stinky little vehicle? Looks like you're supposed to ride it. Totally not impressed. I still think these people are too primitive. So, according to my calculation, did you wonder why Avalonians love their balloons so much? What? why they developed their entire civilization based on balloons and not wheels like over here. I guess they felt like it? No, think about it. Flying is so much cheaper in Avalonia than here on Earth. So, gravity must be lower in Avalonia. He was originally a rail worker. He listed all the railroads that he built, all the small towns I have never heard of before, but they must exist because he said he connected them all. But eventually that work dried up. There were no more railroads to build, no more towns to connect. So he packed up and left his frigid cold home in the prairies and headed to the coast where, along with milder weather, he found a work as a truck driver. Did you know this is something strange? What? Gravity! What about gravity? I don't think the gravity is the same here as over back home. Why? I bet the gravitational force is a lot weaker here. Everything is much, much lighter here in Avalonia. What are you looking for? I do not believe they have completely gotten rid of Pando. You think some seeds might be hidden somewhere? Nobody voluntarily gets rid of something that started their industrial revolution, no matter how draconian the laws might become. Maybe they're hiding in research facilities? Maybe government buildings? How about universities? No. Do we know the first person who found Pando? If gravity is lower, then that would imply the planet is smaller in Avalonia. If the planet is smaller, then is there enough for Avalonia to eat? What does Avalonia eat? I don't know. Does it eat? Is the planet big enough to sustain Avalonia? Is Avalonia alone? Is the planet big enough to sustain multiple Avalonias? With his 18-wheelers, he connected the towns and cities yet again. He drove around delivering stuffs in this vast, open, mostly empty, and often very unforgiving land. He said he loved it. The doctor said it's a big job for big guys like him. He's probably a very independent guy and took pride in being able to do big jobs. That means we need less helium to lift our vehicle. That's right. Things tend to float in Avalonia. That's why wheels are not used as much. We have to design everything differently there. But the gravity might work differently under Avalonia. Maybe. As we get closer and closer to the center of Avalonia, we will experience higher gravitational force. You're assuming inside of Avalonia is closer to the core of the planet. That might not be true. What if everything floats because Avalonia is floating on water? So you mean Avalonia is like a giant balloon? Yes, what if inside of Avalonia is just a giant air sac? But still, we're not talking about a huge difference, are we? And then he contracted an infection where he lost his ability to use his legs. How does somebody continue being a truck driver without a leg? He gave up on his 18-wheelers. That must have been a very painful day for him. He moved yet again to be close to his family, only to find out that he had a cancer about 10 years later. The doctor responded, at least he got out of the trucking industry while it was still good, before it gobbled up all of the smaller independent truck drivers. Searcher Clade. He does not look like someone who could have started an industrial revolution. Most people don't look like the stereotypes of their profession. We're back. Oh, just the person I wanted to see. I got a theory about Avalonia. Me too. The gravity. The gravity is... You go first. I think the gravity is lower in Avalonia. My thoughts exactly! The plants in Avalonia might not grow very well here because of the higher gravity here. We can also carry around a lot more with us. Everything is lighter in Avalonia. That also means the air is probably thinner in Avalonia. We have to worry about how we are going to breathe up in the mountains. He was extremely unhappy. The nurses warned him of his foul mouth. But eventually, I started to see what he saw. He lost his denture, his prescription glasses, and a few other things at the hospital. At first, I was like, what would those nurses do with your denture and your glasses? No one has any use for them. But I can see why he was so angry. Those are his teeth and his eyes, and they're quite expensive. I started to believe him when my stuff started going missing too. Are we sure we were only losing things and not people? The item was never found. Hello!
Hello? We were not expecting anyone.
I heard you are the amazing, the legendary explorer who discovered that Avalonia is alive.
Well, it was a teamwork.
I also heard you are an expert botanist.
Well,
I heard you figured out how to cultivate Pando.
well, it's no longer grown.
But you must still have a sample somewhere.
It's all destroyed.
Looks like our job here is done. Alright, here's your new task. I need you to write a journal of everything you see and find. A journal? Ta-da! We brought back a skiff. Looks good. It doesn't work here on Earth. Uh-oh, what's wrong? The skiff was already too heavy in Avalonia. It's way too heavy here on Earth with higher gravity. Okay, so what are you planning to do? We need to add an extra air compartment so we can lift higher. So, can you fix it? Yes and yes. The truck driver lamented at the doctor, saying he was not like this. He's frustrated that he cannot control his own body anymore without the help of the nurses. Just about every equipment that are hooked onto him were beeping for all kinds of ridiculous reasons for 20, maybe 30 minutes, and nobody came to see him. He hates being treated like he lost his mind. How far has he fallen from the days of moving his 18-wheelers across the country to someone lying on the hospital bed waiting for a few minutes of time from exhausted nurses who treated him like a nuisance. People wouldn't see what he once was from whatever was still left of him now. Every good scientist keeps a journal. You write down everything you see as you see them. Every observations you make, every questions you have, every conclusions you make, everything. Okay, is there a specific notebook that we need to use? No, but get something sturdy because it will also become a scrapbook. You can also put in items you collect. Like what? Like photos, like samples, tickets, receipts, everything. Oh, this is so scary. What if we miss something? Oh, just try your best. Sometimes you can look back at your journal later and you will find your answers there. Even the things that you missed at the time of your observation. The journal just might save you. Do you think Pando is really gone or Searcher is a really good liar? I'm more interested in how this farm operates. Why? This farm is using more electricity than what those solar panels and wind turbines can generate. Are you sure? They are hiding something. Okay, day 1. We did some shopping. We started a fire. Put in the receipt. Okay. Today's observation is we have a lot to bring with us. And today's question is, how can we bring everything with us to Avalonia?